the musical examples in the double thumbing ukulele article, starting with example 1, which is the basic double thumbing pattern. Now I'm going to put these two fingers down on the face of the uke to stabilize my picking hand. A lot of finger pickers do that on uke or guitar or banjo or any stringed instrument. So I'll start on the basic pattern, and you'll see me looking over here to read the music so that all the samples that I give you are exactly as you're reading them on the page. So the first pattern on a G chord is, and example 1B is just doing that and alternating between the G chord and the C chord. A good practice thing to do. You can change to other chords as well and keep the pattern going. Example 2 is some accompaniment, using that pattern as an accompaniment to the old Carter family tune, the Wabash Cannonball. Listen to the jingle, to the rumble and the roar, as she glides along the woodlands, and so on. Now, example 3 gives you some variations of that accompaniment pattern. The first one, you're just leaving out some notes. I guess there aren't the notes on the second string. Same thing with the next one, except now your thumb's down on the second string, so you're leaving out, still leaving out some notes. Example 4A is just the melody to When the Saints Go Marching In C. Oh, when the saints go marching in, just like that. So that little piece of the tune, in example 4B, we flesh it out by adding some double thumbing. And that gives you an accompaniment to the bare melody. Now in example 4C, we add some more eighth notes, mostly on the first string, which fleshes it out even more. There's more non-stop notes. And so on. And you can do the whole tune like that. Example 5 gives you some double thumbing variations, and you're going to need them in Railroad Bill, it follows, and also just in lots of other tunes that'll come up when you try to play melodies, double thumbing style. So first one has this pinch in it where you're playing the two outer strings together, like next one is okay, number 3. And number 4, there's a little bit more thumb movement. By the way, sometimes I'm playing with my thumb and middle finger instead of my thumb and index finger. Either way is fine. Example 6 is Railroad Bill, an old folk tune, and you're using some of those double thumbing variations. Railroad Bill, he never worked and he never will, and it's right. Normally I would, if I were singing that tune, I would just use a simple accompaniment pattern. Railroad Bill, like the first accompaniment pattern that we talked about, 1A. But I was just playing the melody while singing, just to sort of put the tune across more. Now, example 7 is some index finger lead rolls. You need those when the melody is on the first string. First one sounds like this on a G chord. Second one, there it is. Third one. next one, the index finger moves around a little bit. So the first string and the second string. Index finger's on the first string, then on the second string. Okay, that takes us to example 8, which is a full version of the Wabash Cannonball in G, and it turns out that some of the melody notes are on the first string, so you'll be using some of those index finger lead rolls. It sounds like this. Listen to the jingle, to the rumble and the roar, as she glides along the woodlands, through the hills and by the shore. Hear the mighty rush of engines, hear the lonesome hobos call, traveling through the jungles on the Wabash Cannonball. That's how that goes. Now, example 9, the final one in this article, is the old tune Cold Rain and Snow. And you have to retune to do this one. The second string has to come up to F. So I'm turning on my tuner and getting that up there. And then the first string has to come down to G, so it's going to match the open fourth string, and that gives you a C suspended chord that sounds like this. It's similar to an old banjo Appalachian tuning. It's kind of a spooky tuning, and it sounds great on this tune. It's used in a lot of murder ballads, and in some versions of Cold Rain and Snow there is a murder. Trouble all my life, run me out in the cold rain and snow. Rain and snow, run me out in the cold rain and snow. So like I said, that's similar to an old Appalachian banjo tuning. Really cool sound. So there's a bunch of exercises and tunes for double thumbing, and I hope that you'll like them, and I think that if you just use that basic strum and play some of your favorite tunes and use that as an accompaniment pattern, you'll start to get into it and find it's a really fun way of picking the ukulele. It's something different, so hope you enjoy it.